You're going to enjoy today's daily blueprint, and I'm going to jump on here and start giving you more of these. I've been really having my hands full with different things, but we're going to jump into it. Today's daily blueprint is all about self care. I'm going to give you a few things that I jotted down to help you or encourage you to make sure you take care of yourself. So, self care. We know it's important. We all know self care is important, but we all get caught up in our busy lives too, right? We are juggling all the time, juggling work, juggling family, juggling a million other things. And that's probably you, right? You're juggling a lot. Sometimes, because we juggle a lot of things, we forget to take care of the most important person that we have to take care of. That's ourselves, right? We do that. So we're going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about that with you today. Try to encourage you to take care of yourself because self-care matters. And it's important that we make it a part of our daily routine in some way. So I'm going to give you some ways to do that, right? A couple different things that you can use to take care of yourself. But before you can actually take care of yourself, it's true that you have to understand what taking care of yourself really means. Most of us think we know what self care means for us, but do you? What does it mean for you? What does self care mean for you? Can you really definitively answer that? Now, I know some of us can, some of us may have to struggle with it, but I'm going to just kind of give you a guideline here, okay? Um, First of all, you got to know what it is. So, self care is not just about bubble baths and spa days. Let me say that, right? It's not that. You see that online on social media all the time, and people call it self care days, right? Get your spa day in, your bubble bath, your whatever, right? Don't get me wrong; those things are very nice. So I'm not saying they're not nice to do or that they don't help. They of course they help because they make you feel better, right? Make you feel good. But self care is about doing things that help you to stay healthy, happy, and balanced. Okay? Healthy, happy, and balanced. That's what real self care does for you. So you might think of it like this: it's a way for you to recharge your batteries so that you can be your best self in everything you do. That's it, right? So it's a way for you to recharge your batteries. Now, there's going to be a few ways you can do that. So the first way is physical self care. We all know we need physical self care. But how do you do it? Well, the age old way is exercise, obviously, but doing it regularly, getting a sweat in, getting the endorphins going, right? Makes you feel better after you do it, right? So, also, eating nutritious foods, getting enough sleep, and yes, guys, routine checkups with the doctor. I say guys because it seems like guys are less likely to do that. That's what I'm told anyway. But the point is this: if we skip out on any of these, it's easy to feel run down and exhausted. So, taking care of your body is step number one, and I'm a big proponent of putting forth the effort to do it. So, physical self care. The next thing that you can do is to engage in mental self care. So, if you're doing the physical and not the mental, or vice versa, you're going to be in trouble. So, you want to have mental self care. Now, mental self care is all about keeping your mind sharp and managing stress. That's it. So if you can keep your mind sharp and if you can manage stress, then you'll have a really good mental self-care routine. That's really all it boils down to. So how do you do that? Well, the simple things like reading a good book, obviously, or solving puzzles. Some people like to do that. Some people like to try meditating. Whatever it is, find something that helps you to relax and puts you in a more positive mental state. Some people will say clear your mind. I don't personally agree with that. I don't think that's a good thing to do. I think having positive things going into the mind is what's going to help positive things come out of the mind and the heart. That's just me. But point is this: whatever helps you relax, that's what you should do. That is good for you, by the way. That is what you should do. An example of that is taking short breaks throughout the day. That also really makes a difference, right? Take a minute to breathe, you know, literally. Take a minute to breathe or a couple minutes and take a break. That helps you to reset the batteries. Okay? So, mental self care. The next one, emotional self care. So, you got physical self care, mental self care, and emotional self care. This is one I think, or I feel like a lot of people don't necessarily talk about a lot, that emotional self care. And what does that really mean? Do you know what that means for you? Well, what it means to me is understanding and managing your feelings. And I see people online, especially on social media, they'll get out and they will just blah, you know what I mean? Out their feelings. That's not what this means. That's not managing your feelings because, you know, you can do that and actually do yourself more harm than good in some cases. I know we live in the world where everybody uses that to their advantage because they're trying to get engagement and whatever. But if you're really trying to take care of yourself emotionally, you got to manage that, right? So that could be chatting with a friend. It could be writing in a journal, or it could be doing something that just brings you joy. That's a part of managing your feelings. Okay, you can do something like paint, hike, walk, whatever it might be, but do something that brings you joy. That's the main thing. You want to make sure, regardless of what it is, that you take time to process your emotions. And that's the point of all of those things. You want to process your emotions, and that helps you to manage them and understand them. You just don't want to bottle things up because you know what happens when you bottle things up and it gets shaken. Like if you shake a can or a bottle and then pop, once it pops open, or it might pop open on its own and everything spews everywhere. And you see a lot of that going on in the world. So you don't want to bottle things up. You want to pressure release a valve to your emotions. And that's why I mentioned the things I mentioned. So emotional self-care. Now here's one I think many people don't think about actually. Social self-care. I think in the rise of social media and technology, the social self-care aspect of life is something a lot of people don't even think about. They don't even talk about. They're so busy just being engaged, especially with technology in a social way, so to speak, if that's what you want to call it. They don't think about the self-care aspect of it. And this is a real thing, right? Because people have real anxieties because of these things. And it does bring a cloud in one's life if you don't manage that. So, um, how do you do this? Well, you want to stay connected with others, but it's really who you're staying connected with that's important. And when I say stay connected, I mean like real connection, like really tap in with somebody. That does not mean um, just using technology to do it, but I mean like literally having a real conversation with someone. or a face-to-face conversation with someone, whether it be a phone call or a face-to-face. Um, Having those interactions, those check-ins are very important, right? Because it helps you to be connected. And that's what you want to do. You want to take time to hang out with family and friends. Buy out some of the time to do it. You also might think about joining a club or a group that interests you in real life. We know we can go anywhere online and join a group or whatever, but in real life, find something, find a group of people, if you're able to, that you enjoy doing the same things. That helps you to have social self care. Don't be afraid, also, let me take the moment to say this, don't be afraid to reach out to others when you need support, um, or reach out to someone you know that can help you manage when you need support. Okay? A strong support network can make a world of difference. So when you're going through things, it's nice when you have people who you can lean on, real people, and not have to feel like you have to go to some social media platform and lean on it, or the quote unquote people you connected to on those, but the real people that you can put your real head on their real shoulder, so to speak. Okay? So those are the things I had for you. Just wanted to shoot them out. Your daily blueprint for the day is to get self care in your life. Um, take care of yourself is an important thing. Taking care of yourself is an important thing. And remember this, taking care of yourself is not selfish. Taking care of yourself is not selfish. It's actually necessary. Why is that? Well, because when you prioritize your well being, you'll find that you have more energy and more positivity to actually share with others. So you need to pull back for a time, oftentimes, to be able to give more and give better quality of yourself to others. So don't think of taking some time for yourself as being selfish. It's not. You have to do that. And I don't care who it is that's around. It might be, it might even be some of the people right around you that you need to pull back from and say, hey, I need a little time to myself in order to get that recharge of battery, so that when you come back, you actually feel better, you're more positive, and you can give more to them, which is what you want to do anyway. So make self-care a part of your daily routine. That's the point. See how it transforms your life. Okay. And thanks for tuning in, man. Thanks for being here with me. Take good care of yourself. All right. Not just take care of yourself, take good care of yourself. Hope this helps. And I'll see you on the next Daily Blueprint. All right. Peace.